Hello, welcome back to Beer Crony Beer Reviews. My name's Chris, and in tonight's video we are going to be looking at a beer that I absolutely love and absolutely adore this stuff. This is about the third time I've tried to do this video. Previous two occasions something went wrong and I obviously just didn't upload them because they were shit. So I'm going to try and do it again for a third time. It's not the third time this evening, it's just the third time in general that I've wanted to share this amazing beer with you. So let's have a go again tonight and see if we can. This one is from Tring Brewery and it's called Death or Glory. It's a beautiful dark ale and it comes in at 7.2%, so quite a strong one. So Death or Glory from Tring Brewery. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that Tring Brewery is only 6 miles away from me, and I was introduced to this beer a few years ago now, about 3 years ago, maybe even more, yeah, about three or four, at a local beer festival that happens literally a 30-second walk away from my house. 30 seconds, that's a bit of an exaggeration. It's more like about a minute and a half walk away from my house. And I came across this at the beer festival and loved it. So I have to get it. So I popped up to Tring Brewery a few weeks back and bought a few. So yeah, that's what we're going to be reviewing for you tonight. In the background you can see there's quite a few beers there. So very, very recently I also signed up to a Beer 52 beer subscription service, and I've thought about it for a long time about signing up to a beer subscription and never got round to it until a few nights ago. I watched a fantastic reviewer called Big Sip Beer Reviews. He's cracking, go and check him out, and he did his unboxing of the Beer 52 and there was this chocolate orange pastry stout in there which just sounds amazing and appeals to me, so it just gave me the final push to sign up to Beer 52. So thank you to Big Sip Reviews for that. So yeah, let's crack the Death or Glory open and let's see how she looks, see how she sniffs, see how she tastes. But like I said, I've had this plenty of times and it's a great time of beer. A great time of beer? Every time's a great time for beer. It's a great time of year for this type of beer. And I'll explain why as we get into it. So on the side it says it's a dark aromatic strong ale. Strong ale is brewed using the finest Maris Otter barley and premium aroma hops. Once fermented, it undergoes a prolonged storage, allowing a complexity of flavours to mature. Extremely drinkable for its strength. And it is really, really drinkable for its strength. And it does have a complexity of flavours, which I'll talk to you about. But it's a fantastic beer. I absolutely love this stuff. So yeah, there she is in the glass. Beautiful colour. Sort of a dark sort of mahogany with red tones in there as well. I don't know how well that shows up on that ring light behind my camera. There is some carbonation going on in there. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, no head. The head always disappears really quickly on this, which is a shame. If it had a nice head, it just really adds to the look. But it's not about the look with this. It's about the aromas, it's about the flavours, and it's about what it does for you. And I'll explain. So let's have a sniff. It just has such a gorgeous aroma, and it's a real calming type aroma. It just makes me feel calm. Just sniffing it is amazing. It's got dark fruits in there. You get a nice mellowy dark fruit smell with a kind of a sweetness to it as well. You get the hops. And it's just a lovely cakey type aroma, a Christmas cakey aroma. With the dark fruits and the alcohol, you can smell the alcohol, but it doesn't burn your nostrils. It's not offensive. It's just a really good boozy smell to it. Oh, it's just incredible, incredible aroma. I can't remember how much I paid for that at Tring Brewery. It certainly wasn't expensive. It's a 330ml bottle. I wish they did bigger bottles. But yeah, glorious. So anyway, enough of the aroma. Let's see how she tastes. Cheers, everyone. Oh, it's just amazing. It's just so amazing. And it gives you that warm feeling. It's got a beautiful mouthfeel. And the flavours hang around in your mouth. So it is an extremely drinkable beer, as it says on the bottle. But it's one of those beers that you can just sip it and put it down for a little while, because the flavours just stay in your mouth. And it just lines your mouth nicely. Not slimy in any way, it just gives a nice feeling in your mouth. And it's such a great winter beer. It's got that boozy kick, but it delivers that boozy kick in a nice way. The flavours, the only way I can kind of describe it really, is a big, rich, boozy Christmas cake. A real dark, rich, boozy Christmas cake. And that's the mouthfeel. It's a beautiful, rich mouthfeel with that boozy cakiness. It's got like a doughiness to it. And it's got the sultanas, it's got the raisins, it's got the fruits you'd expect in a Christmas cake, like apricots, etc., with the sweetness of the apricots. And with the alcohol in it as well, it just booms in your mouth. It's just such an incredible beer. It's so, so good. And it's rich and it's smooth. Even though it's got some carbonation to it, it's just rich, smooth, boozy Christmas cake. And it just makes me feel good. And that's, you know, that's what we want, don't we, from a beer? We want a beer that... We have our beers that we session. We have session beers. We have beers that we just have a quick beer when we get in from work and we're not too fussed particularly about really getting into the complexities of it. And we have beers that we might have with our dinner, or cooking the dinner, or having with the dinner. This is a sit-down after dinner beer. This is an absolute sit-down after dinner with a full stomach, and just sit back and sip and enjoy it. And it just delivers that, and it just gives you that lovely type of warm, relaxed feeling. Well, it does for me. It gives me a lot, this beer. And is there anything wrong with that? I don't think there is. If it does that for somebody, then surely that's a good thing. It's almost got, you know, with a boozy Christmas cake or a boozy Christmas pudding, a bit of almost like a brandy feel to it that works away on the back end as well. That's going to be the alcohol. It's going to be the 7.2%, but it just works so well with those dark fruit flavours like the raisins and sultanas, and the doughiness. It's got a doughiness to it. It's just incredible. It really is a sit down in front of the fire, if you're lucky enough to have an open fire, on a cold winter's night, and kick back with one of these. It's just incredible. And it just evokes memories. It just evokes happy memories of, you know, of Christmas time, of family time, especially on a cold evening, of sitting down with the family in the evening, watching some crappy old Christmas film in the evening that you can't really stand, but you watch it anyway. And you just sit back with this type of beer, and it's just a glorious, glorious process. So nice. Such a really, really good ale. And it really is drinkable. But like I said earlier on, it is drinkable, but it's one that you can drink slowly and take your time. And, you know, because of the way it feels in your mouth, it's a gorgeous feel in the mouth, to the point where you almost want to chew it. The mouthfeel is fantastic. The flavours are fantastic. The aroma's fantastic. And it's just one of these beers that just makes me feel quite relaxed and quite chilled. I don't drink it often, because there's so much beer out there. So I don't drink it often, but I do make sure I've got it. And it's certainly an amazing winter beer. And the great thing with this beer is each time you take a mouthful, the flavour doesn't diminish. You know, sometimes when you drink a beer, after the first few mouthfuls, you don't really taste it. With this Death or Glory, you do. Every time I take a sip or a mouthful, it tastes the same again. It's like having it for the first time. It is just an absolutely fucking glorious beer. I can't say enough about it. Can't say enough good about it. So if you've never had a beer from Tring Brewery and you like the dark ales, then go on Tring Brewery's website. They do deliver. And just go and order yourself some. It's not expensive, and it's just so good. Wipes the floor of these types of ales that you'd get in a supermarket by far. It's just absolutely fantastic. Really, really good beer. So in summary, do I like it? Absolutely. I think that's obvious, isn't it? Would I recommend it? Damn right I'd recommend it. Will I buy it again? Of course I'll buy it again. It's gorgeous. It's a good boozy Christmas cake in your mouth, but in drink form. And it just works. It's just fantastic. It is one of the best winter beers for me, without a shadow of a doubt. And the beer festival that I first had this at was in the middle of summer, when it was, you know, a real hot period of our short summers that we have. And even then, it was still drinkable in the hot weather. It's not ideal in the hot weather, but it just comes into its own at this time of year. It really does. It's such an amazing, amazing beer. And I think I've gone on enough. I've said enough, haven't I? So I'm going to get off the video. And I'm going to go and kick back and enjoy the rest of it. I've got plenty of reviews coming up, plenty of beers coming up. Certainly the ones behind, we'll certainly be doing some of those, and I can't wait to do that chocolate orange pastry stout. So again, another big thanks to Big Sip Beer Reviews for doing that unboxing on his channel, because that's what made me go and sign up to Beer 52. So other than that, I hope you're staying well, I hope you're staying safe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Cheers.